Anywhere you wanna go, anything you need to know, all the best in life, I wanna get it for you. Lately I just feel so fine, I imagine that you're mine. In my world you're cold, I only want to protect you. Whatever I want to, I can do. I want to, a shooting star. Whatever I want to, I have when I'm with you. Follow me inside, outside, through the stratosphere. The moon is shining for you. It knows that I adore you. Suddenly all the sadness will just slip away, and you will see what I mean. If you just follow me in my I was searching everywhere, suddenly I saw you there, and my love arrived just in the nick of time. Life floats on the movie screen, you're the star of my scene, you lived on the edge of the knife, larger than life. Whatever I want to do, no one could take your place. Whatever I need, I have when I see your face. Follow me inside, outside, through the stratosphere. The moon is shining for you. It knows that I adore you. Suddenly all the sadness will just slip away, and you will see what I mean. If you follow me in my Follow me inside, outside, through the stratosphere. The moon is shining for you. It knows that I adore you. Suddenly all the sadness will just slip away, and you will see what I mean. If you follow me in my
Hi. The countdown is almost done. Might as well. Hi. Well, uh, um, today is Tuesday, so it's the retro game Tuesday, and you might think, well, this game that you have in your description is less than 20 years old. Is that really a retro game? And to that I say, God, I hope not. I hope that 20 years is not enough to be a retro game. However, I decided that Tuesdays should not just be retro games, it should also be nostalgic games. And it turns out that Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box, apparently, the name is, more on that later, is actually a game that has had an impact on me as a young child. um, because, well, it came out in 2009 on the DS. Like, let me just find Professor Layton and Pandora's Box. Yes, very important. Also, I need to talk about this because I was a bit surprised when I put this game in save image Pandora and this as save image diabolical box. Yes. So, oh, brunch. Oh, hi. Brunch Tennis. I actually love that name. Uh, it sounds so sweet. It suits you so well. Uh, how's it going? Twitch stream. Um, let me see. Uh, the image. Pandora. Browse and what is it? Here we have it. Ah, too big. And the other one was diabolical. Diabolical. Uh, yeah, I am going to be gaming today. And I'm actually going to be playing this game. So, uh, as you can see, this game has two names. Apparently, I am not sure why, but it's called Pandora's Box in Europe, and it's called Diabolical Box in the US or North America, I suppose. And as you can see, like you have different ratings because, well, the ESRB and PEGI are not the same thing, but like they serve the same purpose. It's to give a rating to the game. And well, Pandora's Box is PEGI 7, and Diabolical Box is E for everyone. I'm not. I do not remember quite what PEGI and ESRB stand for. Let me just look that up real quick. PEGI, Pan-European Game Information. Okay, and ESRB is Entertainment Software Rating Board. Okay. Anyway, it's the same. Like 7, PEGI 7 or E for everyone. It's the same. Like even though the name has diabolical box in one, it's perfectly fine for kids. And the Pandora's box, well, actually, I'm just going to do this to. Yeah, it's the same. Both games are. I mean, it's the same game. I'm not sure why the name is different, but it is. And I was a bit messed up by that. Why does it say something on Wikipedia about that? Um, uh, Let me just look up Pandora. The game was released in North America during August 2009 as Professor Layton in the box. It would be released in PAL regions during September of the same year as Professor Layton and Pandora's Box, which would become the fastest selling Nintendo DS game ever released within the United Kingdom. Okay, but why? Pandora's because sorry, I have to look this up because I'm very curious. On r/Professor Layton. I'm not a big fan of Professor Layton of Pandora's Box, parentheses, Diabolical Box, but Sid getting lots of praise. Okay, I do not care. This is not relevant to the discussion I'm having. Okay, I have to share this meme. 7 years ago, the game was already old by then. Do that, save this. Image. What are you? There. Me when someone calls Pandora's box the diabolical box. One Reddit user says in Japanese it's called the devil's box. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What's the name in Japanese actually? Because remember, this is actually a Japanese game, not a American or European game. Okay. Do I have to look at the Wikipedia in Japanese? Apparently, I have. Layton no. Okay, it's in kanji. Okay, I have it in Layton Kyoju to Akuma no Hako. Yeah. Yes, Akuma no Hako is the name in Japanese. Layton Kyuju to Akuma no Hako. Screenshot that. Switch this to this. So yeah, it would be Devil's Box in or Demon's Box, I guess, in Japanese. So it does make sense, actually. Huh. I guess that the Diabolical Box is the correct name for this game. And Pandora's Box is just weird. I didn't think that it was weird as a kid. Anyway, deleting. And where is this diabolical deleting? Yes. So, the Americans don't know the definition. I mean, true. Yeah. I mean, diabolical is a weird word, and like recently it has kind of become a meme to call stuff diabolical, which I don't know. Like I recently, like diabolical has been kind of used to just say insane instead of actually giving the name of like something truly evil. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But the thing is, as a kid, so the game came out in 2009. So I must have well in September 2009 in PAL region, so in Europe, and Australia, I believe, is also part of PAL. Anyway, so I was 12 years old at the time, and had never played a Professor Layton game before. However, I had heard about it, and it seemed cool. And So I was with my family for some reason uh, in in a store where they sell uh, DVDs and video games. And I just asked to get the this because I did have a DS at the time. Mm. And so they got me this game. The thing is that this was in no way that we bought this game was bought for me, and that is actually very relevant because for some absolutely insane reason, a game for kids was uh, language locked to wherever it was bought. So it was in English. My English at the time was basically non-existent. You could still say that I'm not that good at it, especially my accent, that I'm trying my best to be better at, and please bear with me if I'm not that good. Um, Thing is that 12-year-old me had, well, tried to play a game without understanding a single thing of what was going on. Um, and I had to look up how to do some of the puzzles. I did use Google Translate. I remember like really writing down the instructions of some of the puzzles in a what's it called? Uh, Microsoft Office Word document, and then using the translate tool for that. And that wasn't very good at the time. So I did struggle quite a lot with this game as a kid. Not so much because it was difficult, but because I had trouble with understanding the language, and I needed to look up like how to solve most of the puzzles. However, I am now back with it as a 28 years old adult, 16 years later. Actually, yeah, 16 years later, almost 17 now, and uh, ready to rumble with this game. So it was actually pretty formative, I guess, wanting to learn this language to be able to understand this game. And now it should hopefully be a breeze. I do not remember any of the puzzles except maybe one that had something to do with triangles and circles, an area of a triangle inside the circle. Maybe also something about like numbers on plates. Anyway, we're going to see how it is. I do remember, however, most of the story because I have looked at cutscenes since again, and I remember like not exactly how we got to those points, but I remember like what like the conclusion of some of the stuff was. But without further ado, we are moving in to this. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I decided to take as background Oxford University, because I believe that that's where Layton is a professor. He might be a professor in a college in London, but I do not remember quite, and we will find out very soon. There we go. And recent Rum professor. Also, yeah, this is the EU version because it's called Pandora's Box. So, yeah. I mean, technically, Pandora's Box and Devil's Box are both correct. It's just that... let me see. So, I'm not quite sure of the proportion of like how much I should give to the top screen versus the bottom screen, but we will find out very soon. And if I have to make changes, I will. So let's just hop right into it. Enter your name. It's good though that they are using QWERTY instead of doing the Pokemon thing of having all the letters in alphabetical order. That's a bit confusing sometimes. This is a work of fiction. Yes, yes, I know.
There are tales of a box that brings death upon any who dare open it. Tell me, do you think those rumors could be true?
Oh yeah, I should have. Oh no.
Hey, look, there it is.
Let's have it like this.
Now this is what I call deluxe. Just look at this room.
Yes, I can certainly see why some call the Molenteri Express a cruise ship on rails.
This sofa's great.
Now, don't forget, Luke. A gentleman pays attention to his manners in every setting.
Leaving London to get out in the countryside.
So what's the story behind this Elysian box anyway? All who open it die? Sounds awfully fishy to me.
Perhaps so, but we've seen it happen with our very own eyes. The answer is out there, Luke, but I just need to find it.
We will. I know it.
The Elysian Box. They should have called the game that instead of Pandora's Box then, if they are going to. Anyway. To my dear friend.
There was a box that was rumoured to kill anyone who opened it. At first, neither the professor nor I believed it. But all that changed with the arrival of a single letter.
A few days earlier.
Luke, have a look here.
Oh boy, okay. Back down you go. Oh no. How did I? How was it previously? Oh. Oh, beans. Yes, like this. Let me just... get it down. let's say that this is good. Oh boy. So
What's that, Professor?
It's a letter from my dear friend and mentor, Dr. Andrew Schrader.
Is everything all right?
My dear Herschel, as an archaeologist, you're sure to have heard of the item known as the Elysian Box.
oh yeah, right. Layton is a professor of archaeology because it's kind of a reference to Indiana Jones. Ish. Not really. He never does archaeology, actually. Oh boy, I do not remember any of the lore.
Of course, it is more commonly known as Pandora's Box, in reference to the famous myth.
Ah,
This nickname would appear to be well deserved, since it is rumored to kill whoever opens it. I'm dubious of this reputation, of course, but when my interest is piqued, I simply must investigate. That's why I'm pleased as punch to tell you that the elusive item is finally in my possession. What's more, I believe I'm on the cusp of unraveling a great mystery tied to this box. For the moment, let's just say I have a theory, though I haven't been able to prove it yet. Initially, it was my intention to finish my research before daring to open its lid. But I must confess that my curiosity is simply overpowering. In the unlikely event that anything should happen to me, please finish the work I've started here. Your friend, Andrew Schrader.
According to the postmark, this letter was sent 2 days ago. We should go pay the doctor a visit. I just can't shake the feeling that something awful has happened.
Well, your intuition's usually spot on.
Luke, why are you smiling while saying that? If he's spot on and something awful has happened, you should not smile. Come on, boy.
I say we head out right away.
I mean, he's a very cheery guy. Such a mystery for more details. The Elysian Box is an antique said to bring death upon anyone who dares open its lid. According to rumors, the box has already claimed many lives and is known as Pandora's Box in many parts of the world. Could such dark rumors be true? Okay. Luke is a Kojima character, scared by war and is now fully acclimated to the danger. Scarred by war. Maybe. I mean, like, what was the name of that game? There was a prequel to the series. So basically, Professor Layton. The Professor Layton series. Let me just look it up. Yeah, there is the original trilogy. So Professor Layton and the Curious Village is the first Layton game, which I have played, but later, like Pandora's Box, Diabolical Box is the first one that I actually played. But later on, I believe that the orders in which I played them were a box, then the third game, which apparently also has a divide in titles. In the European and Australian title, it's Lost Future, and North American, it's Unwound Future. Why the difference again? Good question. I do not fucking know. And then there was a movie that ties into the prequels, because the movie sets in the prequel timeline after the first game, but before the second prequel game. And also, once again, the prequels do have different titles. So the first prequel game is called in PAL, it's the Spectre School, and in North America it's Last Spectre. Why? I don't know. Then the movie would come in, I assume. Also, yeah, the Spectre game was the last on DS, because the next games are on 3DS, which were Miracle Mask, which was the same in everywhere. And the third prequel game was Azran's Legacy. Okay. Apparently, there's also a spin-off on iOS and Android called Mystery Room by Layton Brothers Mystery Room. Who knows what that is? And also a game that I do remember existing, but that I have never played myself, and actually should talk to Ursa about, is Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Which, okay. Also, right now I'm learning, once again, bullshit of like region locking stuff. Is that the box game came out, the international release, according to Wikipedia, was August 24th, 2009. But that is not completely true, because that is the that's when it came out in Europe, in North America, I mean. Yes. Let me see. Yeah, North America was August 24, 2009. However, it came out in Japan November 29th, 2007. Which means that I waited almost 2 years to bring it out to the rest of the world. Which, why? But this is very weird, and it's one of the things that have disappeared with time. Now most games would come out everywhere at the same time. Like, for example, if you look at what was it, Bonanza? No, wait. Donkey Kong. Bonanza, yes. Came out on July 17th, 2025. Everywhere at the same time, because that is what makes sense when you want to release a game. And also, that's another thing that I will try to probably play at some time, is the Mother series, because that's something that I do want to play, that has had a huge influence on popular culture, especially, well, in the gaming industry, with stuff like Undertale, a Deltarune, Off. I know that Off is not exactly at the same level as Undertale and Deltarune, but come on. There's also a Mother-inspired game. And the thing is that Mother 2 is known as Earthbound, because it's the only game that came out of Japan. Mother 2 well, Model 1 and Model 3 have been region locked to Japan forever for some insane reason when it's that popular, and like Ness and Luca are popular characters in Smash. But I don't understand. Like there's some stuff with like old video game industry that's it blows my mind how stupid it can be, how stupid it used to be. And I know that like even today, like the video game industry has some very bad stuff going on, layoffs and with AI and, well, not good games sometimes. However, the thing is that we also had bad things before, such as like region locking, such as very bad tropes, such as also layoffs and crunching and bad games. But yeah, why am I talking about all of this? Because yeah, the Professor Layton series, yes, because of Luke having seen war. Yes, kind of, actually. He has kind of seen war and is acclimated to the danger. This poor boy, in the prequel game of the Spectre game, that I will not give a particular name to because, for fuck's sake, he is the son of the mayor of that one town where Layton has a friend. Layton is friend with Luke's dad. And the lore is complicated. Anyway, we are just going to move on. Except that stuff is happening, and we will look more into it at some other point. Maybe I will play more Layton games. Maybe I will try to convince actually Ursa to play the Layton versus Phoenix Wright game with me. That would be fun. Actually, let me just message him real quick. What is Ursa Star Song? Layton. Okay. Message sent, and we can go back to the game. Look. Wait. How do I do his voice? Look. Before we go. No, that's not good. Like he has a very normal voice. Like he's just very serious, a very serious guy. Look, before we go, would you be so kind as to fetch my car keys? They're in one of the drawers in that desk. Will do, Professor. I cannot do like a young boy voice though. I mean, I can try to do him like very happy voice, I guess. Is there something you wish to if there is something you wish to interact with Luke, you need only reach out and touch it. Luke must find the keys to the Professor's car. Search by touching the drawer of the desk. Yeah, because this is a point-and-click game. Remember. Which is why I think that actually I have to... Yeah, the top screen is not going to be as relevant as the bottom screen, so we are just going to move stuff a bit. What if I did something like that? made this a bit smaller. Made this a bit bigger. This is complicated. Maybe I should move the chat bar. I should actually. Oh, this is... Oh, doing this live is so bad. Oh no. This is what I want to interact with. Yes, please and thank you. I'm going to be up here. Meanwhile, the game can be here. It can be a bit smaller. Why are you like this? Okay, this is fine. Sure, we can have something like this, and I have to move. Why did I put myself in this position? I could have prepared everything in advance. I could have played a bit. Oh well. Oh no. Well, peek behind the curtain. I get distracted by stuff. Stream overlays. Let me just create a new overlay real quick. Yes, do that. Stream tools, like that. Have it over here. I want to resize it. Like that. If I do something like this, that should be fine. Professor Layton. Sure. Let's have it like this. Save this. And what if I did instead of that? Browser. Chat Layton. I can fix this later. This is fine. This is perfectly fine. Why game? Why OBS? Why are you like that? Oh yeah, because it's not the right resolution. Ugh. Why? Okay. I just hide this. This like that. Like this. Delete that useless part now. Everything is locked. This is locked. I'm making the chat a bit bigger. If I do it like this. No, please. Okay. How much space is this? Take this out. And do it like that. I want it to be 1,000 pixels. It's fine. Everything is fine. Like that. And ten pixels from the top. I want it to be let's say this is 1,000 that this is okay 500 up and 300 down, sure. With 500 and 300. Save. How does that look? Wait, no. Width of 600, height of 350. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to post a quick message since I was talking about him earlier. Ah, true. It's not that. It's shoutout last Ursa. I don't have an Ursa command. Wait. Why did it not? Is it shoutout command not working? It is last Ursa. I don't understand why. Let me do out to myself. No, that feels the cooler. Hi.
Oh, you little shit.
Hi. Ooh.
Doubles! I have no idea how this is gonna work.
Nice. You arrive at the middle of technical difficulties.
I'm gonna fucking scream.
Fake TV. Well, thank you for coming. Anyway, hopefully this is not too unprofessional. So yeah, we are playing Professor Layton, and depending on where you have the game, it's either Pandora's box or the Diabolical box, which both are fine for me. And this looks nice. I don't know why Last Ursa did not do, but we'll see about that at some other points. The shoutout command works apparently. So cool. So we just started the game. There's an area to investigate. So these whitey tomes are the source of the professor's wisdom. That and university challenge. Every gentleman needs some greenery in his study. Is that true? Is that true? Maybe. That pile is going to collapse if we don't tidy up soon. I wonder what all these weird and wonderful things are. A lovely view is the perfect antidote to working long hours. So, search the desk drawer. Oh, there they are, Professor. You got Layton's keys. You can find items you pick up in Professor's trunks. Many thanks, Luke. Now, let's get moving. You do know how to move about, don't you, Luke? You are not a toddler, are you? I believe that children learn how to walk at like around 11 months old, so yeah. You bet I do. Let's see. First off, I touch the shoe on the bottom right corner. Then I just touch one of the little arrows that appear to move in that direction. Remember everyone, this game is rated E for everyone, also Peggy 7. You have to be at least 7 years old to play this. That's exactly right. Anytime you wish to move, start by touching the shoe icon. Go on, try it out. That's the way, my boy. One can't investigate properly without first doing a little legwork, as they say. As who says? I couldn't agree more, Professor. No. Well, shall we head off? There seems to be a lot going on in the area. Well, yes, this is London, I think. Luke, before we set out, it would be wise of us to confirm the location of the doctor's flat. During one of his visits some time ago, he was kind enough to leave me a map to his home. The map itself, however, is a rather unusual piece of cartography. Look here, Luke. Okay. Oh, how clever! The map itself is a puzzle. Professor, do you mind if I take a crack at it? I just know I can solve this one. First puzzle. So yeah, the picarats are the way we get stuff. Several pieces have been cut out of the middle of the map to Dr. Schrader's home. Complete the map by sliding the pieces with the stylus and inserting them into the right place. It may sound simple, but don't forget that you can move or remove pieces, including the one already in the middle of the map. So use your stylus to move objects. Yeah. So this makes sense then that this is not correct. Doesn't fit anywhere. Let's just... whatever. This seems right. This could be right. This is... Yay! We did it! We can also get hints, if we so choose.
Let's see if this works.
Wow, I'm so good at puzzles.
Easy.
Excellent work. Now let's hurry to the doctor's flat. All about picarats. Picarats are points that indicate a puzzle's difficulty. The more picarats a puzzle is worth, the tougher it is. When you submit an incorrect answer for a puzzle, the number of picarats you can earn from that puzzle decreases, so think carefully before answering. Once you've completed the game and saved, go to the bonuses section and load your game file. From there, you can enter the top secret area, where a number of fun extras are waiting for you. The more pick rights you earn, the more content you unlock. Excellent work! With our destination confirmed, we are ready to pay the doctor a visit. Come now. Yeah, I have actually played all the games on original DS. So I have this is the first game that I played when it came out in Europe in 2009. And then I played. I'm not quite sure what the order was, but I did play the two other like original trilogy games, and I played the first prequel game. I did not play any of the 3DS games though, because I did not have a 3DS at the time. I got one later, but by then I did not have as much interest in Layton as any longer. But yeah, I have played this before, and I don't remember all. Actually, I remember barely any of the puzzles, but I do remember like the plot twist of the story, because I thought that it was pretty cool as a kid. So yeah, Dr. Schrader's map is now in your puzzle index. Also, you can see that I've been playing for an hour. I've actually been yapping about like why the game is called the way that it is, and ooh, this is super pixelated. Ooh. The emulation is not that great. I do believe we found the doctor's building. But which flat is it? That I'm afraid I don't know. But come to think of it, the letter I received did mention something about this place. The doctor's home. Find Dr. Schrader's window from the details in his letter. In the morning, I often wake up to the sound of music drifting in from a nearby flat. Looking out, I spy a flag fluttering gently outside my window. Take a single sip of my tea and turn my attention to the morning sun. Not many flats in London have a view of the sunrise anymore, you know. Circle the window from which the doctor views the sunrise. Use your stylus to yeah. And yeah, the best games. Like I know basically nothing about the 3DS games. I do believe that I've seen the cutscenes of those games, especially because like the bad guy that I've forgotten the name of is doing funny stuff. But yeah. So wake up to the sound of morning. Sound of music. So I mean, yeah. Nearby flat. Flag fluttering gently outside my window. So it has to be one of the flag things. And take a sip of my tea, turn my attention to the morning sun, so it's not one of those. So I would believe that it's this one. Could actually be this one. This is not supposed to be a difficult thing. Why am I overthinking this? What time of day is this? Are there multiple flags? Also, what does he mean, like a spy flag fluttering gently outside my window? Huh? If you have not put the flag yourself, what are you doing? This might actually be a bit too dark around this. A nearby flat. I'm going to say this one. Would either be this one or this one, but if I'm wrong, this would be very embarrassing, but I mean... You can have memos also. Yes. It's not here. It's not one of those. It has a flag, so it's one of those two, but why? Okay, I'm overthinking this.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Cool!
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Imagine overthinking a children's puzzle. That's right. Now you know where it is. Head for the doctor's home. But why could it not be the one with the white flag? I guess it's because the one with the blue is the most illuminated. Huh. Unless I'm mistaken, I think we've found his flat. No, follow me, Luke. We're going up. Oh, I nearly forgot. Before we leave, let me remind you how to use this trunk. To open the trunk, just touch the icon in the top right. Blah, blah, blah. Inside are sort of helpful information. Touch an icon to use it, save progress. Puzzle index, yeah. Solved puzzles are marked with a tick. Those with yet to solve are blank. Puzzles we've already solved can be replayed by selecting them from the screen. The index also shows the location. Yeah. Touch the journal icon to display my personal notes in key store event. So just touch the trunk. And we are actually going to save just... Yay. Visiting Dr. Schneider. Today I received a letter from Dr. Andrew Schrader, my longtime friend and mentor. According to his letter, the good doctor has finally succeeded in acquiring the Elysian Box, the sinister relic, known colloquially as Pandora's Box. Something about the way the letter was worded gnaws at me, however. I've decided to check in on him, just to make sure that everything is alright. This seems like a nice safe area in the evenings as well. Pretty old building, but it looks sturdy enough. Flowers are full bloom. I'm trying to get a coin, but oh well. Hi. Hello there, mister. Never seen you around here before. Wanna hear something useful? Alright. See that post box over there? Try touching it with your stylus for me, will you? Oh yeah, right. That was the coin. The hint coin. Brilliant! That's a hint coin you found there. Ever been stuck trying to solve a puzzle? It's time like those, when I bet you'd fancy a hint, yeah? Well, when that happens, you can trade in those shiny hint coins for hints. They're scattered all over the place, which means you should always be on the lookout for them. Use your stylus to judge anything that looks suspicious, okay? Good, well, that's all I had to say. Take it easy, mister. Bye-bye. Running up the flight of stairs. Floor is nice, but we've got to get into that flat. Yeah, but have you considered just looking at stuff? There's no time right now to examine cleaning supplies. Are you sure? Oh well. Oh yeah, puzzle time. This is Dr. Schrader's flat, I'm sure of it. Dr. Schrader, are you home? It's Herschel Layton. I came as soon as I read your letter. Hello, are you there? Doctor? I don't hear anyone in there, Professor. What if he's... This is no time for idle speculation, Luke. We must get this door open first. It seems to be locked. So, without a key, there's no way to get in. Ah, of course. How could I have forgotten? These keys were enclosed in the envelope, along with the doctor's letter to me. Quick, Professor. Let me try them on the door. Huh? That's strange. It doesn't seem like any of these keys work on the lock. Luke, don't you see? The doctor has set us yet another puzzle to solve. Yes, in a life of and death situation, what really matters are puzzles. Which key? Which of these keys open the door? Use the stylus to move the keys and find the one that fits the lock. Careful observation of the shapes of the keys is required to find the right one. I think I remember actually. This should do the trick. No. Huh. Okay.
Here goes. That was almost too easy.
Actually, yes. That's right. How long did it take you to realize that the grip of the keys could also be inserted into the locks? This little lesson about the danger of making assumptions should serve you well in your puzzle-solving adventures. Yay!
Professor!
Yeah. No, untrue.
He opened the box.
How could this have happened?
This is terrible, Professor. Do you suppose the Elysian Box did this to Dr. Schrader when he opened it?
I honestly don't know, Luke.
The guy has a fucking skeleton in his apartment.
But that can wait. Right now, we need to notify the police.
Of course, Professor.
What do we have here? A train ticket for the Moulintary Express.
Look at this, Professor. There's no destination written on the ticket. I've never seen a ticket that didn't say where it was taking you. How strange.
Yes, very strange indeed.
single ticket with no visible destination was discovered in Dr. Schrader's home. It appears to be for the Voluntary Express, but where exactly is it supposed to take its bearer? Good question. Let's find out.
Excuse me.
So rude.
Huh? Hey, it's you!
Well, Inspector Chelmey's the name. You two found the body, did you?
Oh,
No, Luke. Let him go.
This is a reference to
Luke, stop that.
the first game.
Listen here, Luke.
Blimo.
Oh my gosh, his face doesn't come off. He's the real thing.
So, as a kid, not having played the first game, and also, may I remind you, not understanding English at all, this scene made no sense to me. Quick spoiler for the first game, The Curious Village. The inspector is actually a fake. It's the one guy that I've forgotten the name of. That, spoiler, we will see again this game. Was disguised as the inspector, which is why Luke jumped on him and tried to rip off his face. Quite literally. I maybe could have played the games in order, but also maybe I won't play the other games. But I did want to play this one, so yeah. Okay. He's the real thing.
What in the blazes?
Also, Luke assaulted the policeman just right now.
That's my face, not some piece of taffy.
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean it. We're sure we had another imposter on our hands.
Imposter Among Us reference.
What in the world is this child talking about? I swear, young ones these days have no manners. My apologies for the confusion. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Herschel Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology at Gressenheller University.
Gressenheller? Is that a real university? Hi, sir. Gressenheller University. Oh, it's just a London thing. Yeah, it's just a Professor Layton stuff. Hi, Ursa. I was talking earlier about the existence of a game called Professor Layton. What was it called exactly? Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Which, since you like Ace Attorney games, could be a fun stream to do. Also, you just arrived after Luke assaulted this detective.
And I'm his apprentice, Luke.
Interesting.
Tell me.
So if I understand correctly, you keep a child around as an apprentice, do you?
Wow.
Not at all, sir. In truth, he's...
Yeah, like, I don't know much about the crossover game. I just know that it's a game that exists. And it's something about a witch trial. So, I don't know, but could be fun.
Professor Layton's apprentice, like I said.
Luke really wants to be the apprentice.
Well, it's really none of my concern. I have a crime scene that needs my attention. Clear a path, will you? But of course. Luke, not a word about that ticket to the authorities, all right?
Ooh, Layton is concealing evidence. Interesting.
You got it, Professor.
Yes. Let's see. What do we have here? A murder? Or was the crime self-inflicted?
Can you self-inflict a crime? Like, I understand that it's that they don't want to use like the big S word, but weird. Weird way of saying that.
Inspector, I should tell you that the door was locked before Luke and I came in. I see. So this door, the sole entry point in and out of this 8th floor flat, was shut tight. Then the doctor was holed up in here, completely apart from the outside world, yes? That being the case, yes, I'm sure of it. The old gent must have suffered a heart attack.
What? How did you come to that conclusion, sir?
Use your noodle, laddie. What other explanation could there be? It's true that the flat is on the 8th floor and that the door was locked, Inspector. Still, I'd hesitate to say that this room was completely closed off from the outside. Is that so? Please elaborate. Isn't it obvious? There's something quite unusual about our crime scene that's been overlooked. Eh? It's as plain as the nose on your face, Inspector. I suppose you academics think your fancy degrees prepare you to play detective, eh? I tell you, nowadays, it seems like everybody and their mum thinks they can do my job. Now, as I was saying, the cause of death was heart failure, plain and simple. And there's what caused it.
You still need some experts, though.
It's a scaled-down model of a Kronosaurus, if I'm not mistaken. I reckon that ugly mug will give anyone nightmares. Here's what probably happened. The old fellow turned on a light, took one look at the beast, and then keeled right over.
That's...
But this is the doctor's own home. Why would the bones he put up himself scare him?
Well, Luke, have you heard about the clothes where you put all your clean laundry that you don't want to fold and pack in your closet? Sometimes that can be scary at night because you see a huge figure. I don't know. Trying to imagine what could happen.
People have a way of becoming forgetful with age. Not that you'd understand, boy.
Well, you're right about that. I don't understand it at all.
Mr. Layton, was it? No? Ah, yes, Layton. Mr. Layton, what do you think? The scenario you paint certainly isn't out of the realm of possibility. But, considering the lights were off when we entered the room, I don't think we've found our answer yet. Oh, really? Furthermore, look around you, Inspector. Doesn't anything strike you as odd?
What do you mean, Professor?
Study your surroundings, Luke. I'm sure you can see it too.
New puzzle. A secure room. I mean, this is actually a pretty typical murder case in like crime novels and whatnot. Like the dead person was in a locked room from the inside. No escape. How did they die? And actually, that is answered as sometimes it's an unreliable narrator kind of situation where it's the detective who was already inside the room who committed the murder, which is actually a very interesting thing, in my opinion. I always like unreliable narrators. And what else was there? So either that, it could be like double of the keys, but then you don't really have the locked from the inside because, yeah. Anyway, I just think that this is a neat scenario. Given that the doctor's flat is on the 8th floor and that the door was securely locked, you might think that there was no way in or out this room. However, a single suspicious detail provides a clue as to what went on here. Look in all 4 directions and examine the room carefully. When you think you found a telltale detail, ooh, that's a nice string of words. Circle it with the stylus and touch submit. Be sure to only circle one object, or else your answer won't count. Oh. Yeah. This was the detail. The ripped curtains. Someone escaped by going down.
Piece of cake!
Piece of cake. Well spotted. For some reason, part of the curtains has been ripped clean off. What could have happened here? So this is what, like, those first puzzles are stuff that I do remember from when I was a kid. For some reason I struggled on this, and there is a box on at this window. So could this be the fabled Elysian box? Maybe. For some reason part of the curtain has been ripped off. What could have happened here?
Of course! This window is missing a curtain.
So it is. But what exactly does this have to do with my crime scene?
What do you mean you didn't see that immediately?
The building through this window, and I'll bet they're our culprit.
Sorry, what do you mean? They did not see that from the outside. I mean, if it's at the 8th floor, sure, maybe they did not really see it from all the way down in the streets. But what do you mean that you would not even inspect that? Also, how did the culprits attach it to the balcony over there? I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? It means someone excited. Yeah, they're the culprit.
I'd say that's a sound theory. Well done, my boy. Oh, yes. Sound as a pound. I was just about to propose the same idea myself.
Liar!
Shh, Luke, listen. I don't believe our friend the inspector will be of much help to us. What say you and I conduct a little investigation of our own?
Professor, look! There's something in Dr. Schrader's hand.
A puzzle,
It's
maybe.
an old photograph, but it's been torn into so many pieces, I can't make out the original image.
Torn fragments of a photograph were found in the late doctor's hands. In its current state, it's impossible to make out the content of the photo. What could it be depicting? Why not just give me a puzzle where I pick them back up?
You can't just point evidence in a crime scene. Get your hands off that. What is this anyway? Not that it matters. I'll be holding on to that. Now out with the both of you.
Okay, that's why we are not allowed to puzzle it immediately. On the torn photo, but Inspector Chalmy confiscated it.
Oh, but we haven't finished.
Dr. Schraders indicated that he was in possession of the Elysian Box. Yet there was nothing resembling such an artifact in his home. Maybe the person who did this was to him was after the box. An interesting theory, Luke, but for the moment, that's all it is. However, we do have one clue to understanding today's events, namely that ticket. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Professor? Indeed I am, Luke. I believe that the trip aboard the Voluntary Express is in order. And that is how we get back to the intro cutscene. Somebody managed to steal the Elysian Box from Dr. Schrader's home without leaving behind a single implicating clue. Who could have made off with the box? Good question. Do you suspect we'll find a key to unlocking the mysteries on the train? Dr. Schrader did his best to point us toward the Voluntary Express should something happen to him. Sure as fog on a London morning, I know that this train will lead us to the answer we seek.
Professor Layton and Luke sped away from the city, unaware of the secrets that awaited them down those iron tracks.
Save your progress, yes. Oh, it has taken me over an hour to do just a few puzzles. Gosh! Just look at this place, Professor. It's so posh I feel I should be wearing a monocle. Haha, quite so, Luke. Every fixture and fitting is the very height of decadence. I'd wager the rest of the train is just as grand. How about a little exploration? Look at that, Luke. Your bag is wide open and your belongings are all scattered about. Oops, so they are. You should put your things away before we start exploring the train. Luke's trunk. Luke's belongings are all over the place and need to be packed away in his trunk. Yeah, making sure none of them overlap. Why does he have a boomerang with him? Why does he have a frying pan with him? Okay. It does seem like we have to put this one here. I do not see any other place this could go. I mean, anywhere. Oh, we can move those. Oh, them out. In that case. Can I not rotate? I guess I cannot. Welcome to my Resident Evil playthrough. I am not going to play Resident Evil, but you cannot rotate stuff. Why? Hmm. Okay. I'm not asking for hints, come on. Hmm. Okay, I'm just trying to move stuff around and this screen is very small. Okay, this is fine. What can go? Oh, yeah. This can go here, of course. Oh yeah, there's like exactly enough space for everything. That's good to know. Hmm. Oh yeah. What if it was like this? Hmm. I do not understand why I'm struggling. Because it was easy, actually. Wow. I did not spend, what, 5 minutes on this? Ugh.
Let's see if this works.
Yikes.
Piece of cake!
This does not bode well. Good work. Luke should be able to close the trunk properly now. Congratulations, me! You did it! That was a tight squeeze. But everything's finally packed away. Why do you have a fucking frying pan, Luke? Come on, be serious, boy. We were rather in a hurry, so I suppose you didn't really have time to pack properly. You packed a boomerang with your frying pan. I do feel better with everything put away. Come on, Professor, let's do some exploring. This lamp would put me at ease in the evening. Tea set. Ew, Professor, the sugar is covered with ants. Oh dear. I'll have to remember to get sugar for my tea elsewhere. Curious though, isn't it? How did they get here? Speaking of ants, try this one for size Luke. Okay. Busy ants work tirelessly carrying food back to the nest. One such ant was returning with food when she bumped into an acquaintance in front of the nest. What are you playing at? Didn't you notice that you took the longest path possible back to the nest? Think about where you're going next time. Knowing what the ant never traveled on the same path twice, can you trace the route the returning ant walked to get to her nest? The longest path possible. Let's do something like... This looks pretty long, I would say.
Just leave it to me.
Yay!
Layton's apprentice.
Labyrinth! That's right. Perhaps all the heavy lifting kept this little ant from thinking about her path home. If only she'd thought about where she was going, she could have saved herself a lot of walking. You've got this, my boy. Well, I'm not a fan of ants in my sugar. You have to admire their craftiness and work ethic. Maybe it's because even the sugar of the Voluntary Express is extra fancy. I'm sure those ants are genuine sugar connoisseurs. Well, they're never going to come back home, unless there's an ant nest here on the train, which would be bad, question mark. Probably bad. Anyway, let's just move on. Remember, Luke, we're here to find the Elysian Box, so don't get too sidetracked. You don't have to tell me twice, Professor. No, why don't we start by investigating the train? Yay, the Professor and Luke decided to explore the Voluntary Express. Hi. Oh boy, how do you do a small girl's voice? I hear the rooms at the front of the train are super duper fancy. The doorknobs are made of gold. But no one's allowed in except really rich people. So, mister, are you really rich? Because if you are, you can go see the super duper fancy rooms. Super duper fancy rooms that none but the extremely wealthy can enter. If our young friend is correctly informed, there must be a set of deluxe rooms in the next carriage. Wow! I'd love to see what those look like. I bet they're simply smashing. Wow. We can find out this way.
Yes, I suppose these accommodations will do. I do hope my darling boy will be pleased. That reminds me, I believe it's dinner time for my sweet baby. I'm off to visit the dining car.
Gosh, that woman was just the type I'd expect to see on the Voluntary Express. Talk about rich and flashy. Quite. This train is full of many well-heeled patrons, like the woman we just met. We must watch our deeds and words here. A formal setting demands formal manners, don't you think? Absolutely, Professor. And that's why we go into a random room and click on the water. Just look at the craftsmanship on this picture, Luke. I'm almost certain it was handmade. Who knew that something as ordinary as a picture could be so fancy? What could be more relaxing than sitting in your suit with a cold beverage and watching the sunset? That sounds pretty nice, actually. Not everything that's served in pictures is good to drink, however. Look at this puzzle, for example. I'm ready for it, Professor. Sour defeat. Ooh. Oh, it's going to be one of those. No. 2 men, known here as 1 and 2, are playing a strange game. First, both men put their empty pitcher on the table. Speaking of pitcher, I should get myself a bit of water to drink. I've been yapping for an hour already. Oh, over an hour and a half. Oh boy. 2 men, known here as 1 and 2, are playing a strange game. First, both men put their empty pitcher on the table. Next, a judge brings a pitcher filled with vinegar and places it in either spot A or spot B. The judge then starts shifting the vinegar from one pitcher to any adjacent pitcher over and over, after moving the liquid 55 times. The owner of the vinegar-filled pitcher must zone it in one. If you were the judge and secretly wanted to drink the vinegar, would you place the pitcher down in spot A or B? So, let me just reread again how it works. It's poison instead of vinegar? What? Huh? I'm sorry, what? I mean, it's the Diabolical Box in the US, so let's as well just kill each other, I guess. Hi, Dan Goober Plays. I hope that you enjoying me struggling with Resident Evil gameplay. 1 and 2, the pitcher. So shifting vinegar from one pitcher to any adjacent. Yeah, like maybe I should look into the US version. Huh? Because okay. So once again, a tangent on the difference between US and PAL version. So first of all, there's the name of Diabolical Box versus Pandora's Box. Okay. There's when the games came out, because according to Wikipedia, the game came out in Japan on November 29th, 2007. It came out in North America on August 24th, 2009. Then it came out in Europe and Australia, so PAL regions, in September 24th, 2009, so 1 month later. It came out in Korea in September 8th, 2011. Also, apparently, it was released on iOS and Android in Japan in December 5th, 2018. and in North America and EU on June 20th, 2019. So once again, we are with these stupid like region locking games, which I do not understand why that used to be a practice. I'm glad that it's not a practice anymore. But as we've discussed earlier, the name Diabolical Box is actually much better as a translation from the Japanese title, because the Japanese title is like Deviled or Demon's Box. So that makes sense to translate it to Diabolical Box. However, multiple times already, they have been referring to the Elysian box as Pandora's box. I mean, they have not referred it to as the Pandora's box, but they have said that many call it Pandora's box. So I don't understand why there are different translations in English between what it's supposed to be. Like, come on, Nintendo, you're like one big company, you can translate it in one language the same everywhere. But I am actually curious about what the American version of this is, and maybe I will try that next time. Judge brings the pitcher filled with vinegar, places in either spot A or B. The judge then starts shifting the vinegar to from one pitcher to any adjacent pitcher over and over. After moving the liquid 55 times, the owner of the vinegar-filled pitcher must down it in one. So if we have it on A, if we can move it to any adjacent, it could go 1, 2. It could just move between 1 and 2. After moving, the owner of the vinegar-filled pitcher must down it in 1. Well, it's likely a matter of getting a point across as effectively. Yeah, but I mean, like, Pandora's box is not like the weirdest thing of like Greek mythology. Actually, I do have something that I should expand XKCD. Average familiarity. Yeah, let me just have this in the chat just to say where my source is, might as well. It's this. Save this image. Even when they're trying to compensate for it, experts in anything wildly overestimate the average person's familiarity with their field. Like, yeah, they likely thought that Americans wouldn't understand the whole Pandora's box thing. I would say that Pandora's box is like a very common trope of like things that you should not do, which is open the box. But then again, the title in Japanese is Devil's Box or Demon's Box. So the translation is not bad. It's just a bit weird for me having known it as Pandora's Box my entire life until today. But yeah. Anyway, deleting this. So how do we move this liquid? So if it's between just A and 1, it's moved 1 to 1. Yeah, XKACD is so good. A to 1, then back to A, back to 1. So let me just use the memo thing. So if it's here, we can do 1 like this, just zigzag between those two, because it says any adjacent picture over and over. Which is so weird that I say that. So if it goes that, then we have 1 and 2, it goes back. So after having moved the liquid 55 times, we are sure that we can bring it back to 1. So if we put it at A, we can be sure that it goes to 1. However, if we put it at B, we move it once to 2, second times to 1, and then we cannot move it anymore. I mean, we can, but then it goes 1 to 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, like that. But that is a odd number of times. And then moving it back and forth between 2 and 1, or 2 and the basic picture. So it has to be in A. Yeah, like at the cultural meaning, like what was it? The Japanese name for this game was this, which is Akuma no Hako. So Akuma, which is demon or devil. I'm not quite sure. Like, yeah, Akuma is a weird word because, like, Japan doesn't, like, they do have the idea of demons and devils, but not in the same way that, like, a Eurocentric culture has it. So, and like translating it into like the box of the Akuma would sound weird. Like, wait, let me just Akuma. No, not like this. Akuma, what do we find? Oh yeah, the first thing that I find while I'm looking up Akuma is a Street Fighter character, of course. Akuma is an evil spirit in Japanese folklore, sometimes described in English sources as a devil or demon. So once again, is it devil or demon? It doesn't really have a one-to-one comparison. So, yeah. Anyway, the correct answer is A.
Here goes.
Huh? What?
Looks like I botched that one.
What the oh no. I was so confident. Normally, you might need some encouragement to try again at this point. But as there are only 2 possible answers to this problem, you know the solution. So try to work out the reasoning behind the solution before answering though. What? Secretly? Ah, yeah, because you wanted 2 to drink the vinegar, not 1. Ah. Oops. Yes. So, as I said, if you have it in A and you want 2 to drink the vinegar, if you put it in A, it goes 1 time, 2 times, and then all the odd numbers of times, you will go back to 1. Yeah, 1 would have to drink it if you put it there. Like, I thought that you wanted 2 to win, not to drink the vinegar. Oh well, I'm stupid.
Here goes.
Wow, I'm so good.
Cake.
Piece of cake, if you know how to read, which I apparently do not. Curious Village has different puzzles that are entirely... Yeah, actually, there is one puzzle that I do remember from Curious Village. That was something about to do with the weight of something on the moon. Which was of the, oh yeah, if something is 6 pounds on Earth, it's 1 pound on the moon because gravity is 6 times as 6 times weaker on the moon that it is on the Earth. However, since I did the Curious Village in French, it was in kilograms. And the thing is that kilograms are not weight, they are mass. And the thing is that mass is always the same no matter where in the universe you are. It's an intrinsic property of an object, is the mass that it has. And the weight of something is actually the force that the item, that the object has, the gravitational force of an item. And so, yes, something that is 6 pounds on Earth is going to be 1 pound on the moon. However, something that is 6 kilograms on Earth is still going to be 6 kilograms on the moon. Yeah, like the thing is that scales are actually calibrated with force, not with mass, because you actually, I'm not sure that you can actually like measure mass. Like there is probably a way, like I'm not good with physics at all. It's not my thing. Like I'm more of a math guy than physics guy. So like I have trouble with those kind of things, but the thing is that also weight is not the same everywhere on Earth because the planet is not a perfect globe. Like it's a bit flatter on the poles. And also it's something that makes like with the Coriolis effect, I believe it's called, makes like pendulums swing in different directions and whatnot. Like I'm not going to go into details because I'm not an expert on that at all, and I know that it's basic stuff that you should know if you do physics 101. I'm not going to say anything detailed about that because I don't want to embarrass myself too much. I'm already embarrassing myself by not reading that I should have made 2 drink. Also between 2 English location across the 6. Luke has a different voice actor. What? Okay. Note to self. Find the American version, actually. Professor Layton and Pandora's Box. So that's the version that I found. The Diabolical Box. Yes, okay. I'll remember to try this for next time, because if I download it now, it might be bad for my internet connection. Like I'm already like an unstable bitrate, and I don't know how to make it better. But I for sure know how to make it worse, and that is downloading the game while I'm trying to do something else. So I'm not going to bother with that just yet, but I'm going to have something to show next week. That's a fun idea. British people complained about the American version Luke having a bad fake accent. So when it was localized to Europe, he was given different voice actor. Okay. Oh, that's something to think about. Also, yes, physics is just applied mathematics. Purity of science. ACD. Is there purity? Let me just, because I talked about XKCD just a moment ago. Here is more of that. I should just have those like hidden instead of deleting it all the time. And this is the number 435. Oop. Yeah, fields arranged by purity. Yeah, so sociology is just applied psychology. Psychology is just applied biology. Biology is just applied chemistry, which is just applied physics. It's nice to be on the top. Oh, hey, I didn't see you guys all the way from over here. I have said it multiple times before. There are two types of, like, the two most pedantic people that exist in the universe are like ontology, not ontology, oncology, ontology? Ontology. Yeah, ontology. Ontology professors in university, because who fucking cares about like how many grains of sand make up one hill? Like, come on, it's completely irrelevant. And the other type, and the other most pedantic person in the universe are math students. I should know. I am one of those. American Luke, slightly lower pitched. This is the main thing I noticed. I mean, I could do some comparison stuff next time. That could be a fun thing to try. But yeah. So we did it. We succeeded on this puzzle. Nicely done. The vinegar changes pitchers 55 times, which is an odd number of pours, regardless of where you placed in your pitcher. Whichever pitcher sits in the middle of the three will always contain the vinegar after an odd number of pours. Yes, I understood that, which is why I picked A, because I thought that 2 was supposed to win. Therefore, in order for a man to drink the vinegar... Yeah, I know. So, apparently, in the American version, it's poison. This is wild. I'm learning stuff in real time. I love this. Oh, this is fun. Let's press on, shall we? We mustn't stand around all day. Also, we're in someone else's cabin. Which is very rude. The relaxing picture really suits this room's ambience. My, what a delightful pair of lace curtains. Let's go further. Ooh, the dinner cart. I like this little guy down here. Ooh, puzzle time. I'm dreadfully sorry, sir. I'm afraid that all the seats in our fine establishment are taken right now. What a pity. Indeed it is, sir. But while you're waiting for a table, may I interest you in the puzzle? Four couples. Four couples sit in a crowded dining car. All diners are sitting next to or across from their partners. The Joneses are sitting by the ale. The ale? Yeah. The mustachioed Mr. O'Connell is sitting next to his wife. Mr. Lambert is sitting opposite his wife. Using the information above, can you determine where Mrs. Hadley is sitting? Circle her and touch submit. Okay. So, mustachioed Mr. O'Connor is sitting next to his wife. There's one mustachioed guy, which is him, so he is not Miss Hadley. The Joneses are sitting by the aisle, so I'm expecting those two to be the Joneses. Mr. Lambert is sitting opposite his wife, so that would be those two. He's a man, so she should be Miss Hadley. Ah, wait. Submit.
And now to test my theory.
Yay!
And there we have it.
Imagine being bad at puzzles. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me misunderstanding stuff. Yeah, like the mustache solved everything. That's exactly right, sirs. They say that nothing whets the appetite like a hearty person. Oh, and it appears a table has just become available. Allow me just a moment to tidy it up. Then I will be happy to escort you to your seats. Great! I'm starving! Oh boy, how do I make... Oh good! Our table is finally ready. We'll be just taking our seats then. Madam, please wait just a moment. In truth, these passengers have been waiting long. Nonsense! We'll not hear another word of this. You take these people before us. We're insulted. I do apologize, madam. It's simply that these gentlemen arrived before you. We will not be kept waiting, do you understand? Not a single second. No, out of my way. Oh, the service industry. Am I right, gamers? Ooh, yikes. Madam! Kind of rude, to be honest. Talk about pushy. I do apologize, sir. There's a lovely observation deck in the last carriage of the train. Please feel free to relax there for a few minutes while I prepare a new table for you. Maintaining one's composure while dealing with difficult customers is truly admirable. Come, Luke. Let's give him some breathing room. We'll take a look at the deck and return to the dining car later. Yay! Oh, goodness me, no need to look so put out. Don't you know that ladies always go first? Especially ladies of a certain class like, aha, me. I'm not sure if class is the word she meant to use there. Wow, Luke with the shade. Wow! Just look at all the stuff there is to eat. Yes, it seems the Monetary Express is a first-class operation, right down to the kitchen. Macaroon? Amazing name. Oh, my passenger's in the kitchen. I'm sorry, but we just can't have that. Those dirty clothes of yours probably violates all sort of health regulations, you know. Why? I'll have you know that there's nothing at all dirty about the clothes. Say what you like, short stuff, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm running a kitchen here. He's right, like, why are we in the kitchen actually? Why could we get into the kitchen? Did you stop to think about what could happen if yucky outside germs made it in here because of you? I see your point. Terribly sorry for the intrusion, and any worry we may have caused you, good sir. Oh, all right. I'm sorry too, sir. Wait, what's that? Ah, yeah, the big hamster. Professor, look here. It seems a friend, the cook, has been keeping a pet in the kitchen. How arrogant of him to lecture other people about germs. Oh boy, I guess the cat's out of the bag now. Listen, I know it's against the rules to keep a pet in the kitchen, but it's my only friend, see? Furion. Ah, yes. Just a second, because I need to do that. I'm going to try to not do it too much. Like this. Pros. Ah. Furry or not, he's the only creature I've got to talk to in here. My, he certainly is generously proportioned, isn't he? He's a hamster, I presume. Of course he's a hamster. Their quiet dignity makes him the noblest of all creatures. Yeah, sure. When I first started working here, I needed someone to keep me company, so I bought him. Thing is, I feed him all the table scraps we take back, which makes for a diet that's a bit, rich. He's really piled on the pounds, and to be honest, I'm starting to wonder if it isn't bad for his health. Yes. The poor thing. I wonder, could I ask you a favor? Would you mind looking after my friend for a little while? When he is here with me, I can help but feed him. But those scraps of foie gras and pastries soon add up. You mean you want us to take care of him and help him get into shape? Sounds like a great idea to me. So that's a mini game that we can do, actually. I mean, what do you think, Professor? Can we please keep him for a little while? Well, I've always said that helping rodents in need is among the duties of every true gentleman. What? That's... Sure, if you... Sure, whatever, who cares? I'm not going to go into more tangents with this. We'd be happy to take custody of this hamster while he sheds some of that excess baggage. Oh, thank you so much. It's a real weight off my shoulder. And off his waist, hopefully. Hamster minigame! Yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, and one more thing. Since I won't be seeing the little fellow for a while, Could you give him this apple? He loves them so. Yeah, the hamster toy. Oh, I'm going to miss my furry friend. Please look after him. Okay, I said that I wouldn't do this too much, but... it's not as funny. Oh well. No, I wanted to hide it. Please look after him. Don't worry, he's in good hands. Please give the hamster a name. Oh no. I'm so bad with names. Oh, okay, yeah, I know. I know, actually. There we go. Luke has named the portly hamster Chungus. I know that that meme is not relevant anymore, but... oh well, whatever. Okay, little chap. From now on, anywhere I go, you'll go too. Squeak. Why did they not have the name in this then, if they asked me to name it? Squeak, squeak. Aha, it appears your way with animals has earned you a new friend, Luke. I think so too, Professor. Yeah, Layton's journey. Cruise ship on rails. With no other leads at our disposal, Luke and I have decided to use the ticket we found at the doctor's flat to board the Mullender Express. I suspect the doctor rode this luxury train at some point, but as to where it took him, I cannot say. So you just took the train with no idea of where to go? Okay. As I suspected, the dining car of the Mullender Express is quite popular with the passengers. And though we've waited patiently to be seated, I get the feeling we won't be eating anytime soon. The waiters recommended waiting for the lunchtime rush to pass on the observation deck located in the last carriage. I'm inclined to take his advice. Hamster minigame. Use any item you can get hold of to help that sluggish hamster get back in shape. Items at your disposal are shown on the top of the touchscreen. Drag items with the stylus in the hamster's playground. The hamster notices any item within 3 spaces of his position. You want to react to any item 4 or more spaces away, so really think about where you place items. Touch an item to see the properties it has. Take advantage of the special properties of each item to maximize the hamster's workout. Okay. Once a hamster interacts with an item, it disappears from the playground. His workout ends when all items are gone or when he can't find the next item. Each time the hamster walks, the number of steps, yeah, he gets a little healthier. If you can get a hamster to his peak physical condition, something good will happen.
Oh, come on! I'm tired!
Is that the hamster voice? Amazing. Chungus walked 3 steps, but wasn't able to reach his goal. Yeah, so we are going to need some other items. But that's fine. This is a fun minigame. I'm just going to save. Oh, puzzle time. Welcome aboard, sirs. May I interest you in a refreshing beverage or a scrumptious snack? Thank you, but I don't think we need any snacks right now. Of course you don't. And I put on my best smile for nothing. Most passengers eat in the dining car. It's so ritzy. I can't say I blame them. With competition like that, it's hard to sell so much as a cup of tea. I'm so bored. I've got a while until my shift finishes, so help me pass through the time with this puzzle, would you? Piles of pancake. Oh, it's the moving... Yeah, okay. This is a known puzzle.
Just leave it to me.
This one is...
That was
Did
all
not even need to read it. Like, it's the... Move a certain number of things to the other, like... Yeah. This puzzle is actually a variant of the famous Tower of Hanoi, a puzzle invented by a French mathematician all the way back in 1883. Cool. Wow. Check out the brain on you, kiddo. So, listen. Our next stop is in this dinky little two-cow village called Dropstone, right? There's like nothing there. I wish we could stop somewhere more exciting for a change. I guess that's working a job for you. Sometimes you just have to deal with the crippling boredom. Oh boy. Looks like there's no one here at the moment. Let's check again later. That was not an issue earlier. What? There's no one here as well. Like... Okay. Say, Professor, does that little shack over there seem familiar to you? Indeed. Unless I'm mistaken, this must be the residence of you-know-who. I have a feeling she'll be a big help to us again. Yeah, it's the... woman... those are going to be puzzles we have not solved, because some puzzles are missable, and all of them get to this treehouse. My, what a lovely deck. Me when I play Magic the Gathering. Whoa, this is the best. The breeze feels great. I actually think that it sounds like dangerous to have tables and chairs at the back of the train. Like, this train must be moving very slowly if people can just sit here outside. Indeed, and the scenery is simply breathtaking. Look, Luke, you can see a lake over there. The sky is so blue, and just look at those trees fly by. No, that's what I call a view. All this talk of pristine scenery reminds me of a puzzle I once heard. Why don't you try it? Puzzle time. Trees in the forest. The forest below contains 4 different types of trees. Use the stylus to divide the forest into 4 sections, each containing one of each type of trees. Okay. If I do this, we have 1 type. This we have a second. And this is incorrect because otherwise we cannot do that. So, memo. So we need to have a divider here. We need to have a divider here. If we say that this one is with this one, let's assume, okay. Let's assume that this one goes with this. We have the divide. Actually, can just have divisions already like that. Oh yes, of course. This makes sense. This one cannot be with both of them at the same time. So, let's assume that it's something like this. Then we have this. Okay. And this one goes up to this. It would have to be like this. Oh, okay, we have it. Yay!
Here goes. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Very nice. Now take a moment to admire the gorgeous scenery. That's exactly it. Well done. Well, did you expect any less, Professor? Hehe. Wow, it feels so nice out here. I almost forgot we're supposed to be searching for the Elysian Box. I can't say I blame you, Luke. But that box led poor Andrew to his death. Come what may, I will solve this mystery. Of course. I think we finally have a good grasp of this train's layout. It's high time we began our investigation proper. Okay, Professor, let's get to it. Look at that. Someone left some rubbish on the deck here that was not blown by the wind. Some people have got no manners. Luke, a true gentleman cleans up after himself, and others shouldn't need a rise. What do you say we take care of this mess? With a puzzle. Cleaning up one. Put that rubbish in the bin where it belongs. Move the blocks. Okay. Oh. Do something like this. Actually, wait. What? So the first movement that we can do is only this. Then we should have a second one. How about moving up? Doing this. Doing this. Ah, yes, of course. No. Incorrect. Ah, like that. I'm not quite sure that it's supposed to take that many moves. Hmm. Let's try again. So if we do this, this naturally goes here. This goes up. This goes there, this goes down here. This is just a question of how the block is supposed to be moved. Yeah, this one as well. Oh. Right. This. Down like that. Move this way. Move up, move up. This one can go down. Ah, yes. I completely forgot that I could also move this away. Ah. How do I get this one out? So, the question is, can I switch between all of these and this? First step is this, of course. You go up, you go up. Hmm. This is pretty symmetrical, so I don't understand what I'm struggling with. I do something like this? It doesn't make sense. Move the blocks obstructing your path. This goes up. If I move this one, I block this one. This goes here, this goes there. Why is this an issue? It has something to do with the degrees of freedom of this, but okay. Moving this one like this, moving that. And then we can move this, this, then this and this. Move this, this. And we can move this one down. By doing that, we can move this one up, which can move this one. I confused myself. Also, I do apologize for everyone who has already solved this. And wondering why I am struggling on this. Answer is I always did struggle on this puzzle, I think. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to have one of the yellow blocks up there. Okay, that makes a lot more sense, I think. Wait. Okay, now I've just blocked myself. I think I'm just bad. This game is rated E for everyone. It's Peggy 7. A child is supposed to understand this. What's wrong with me? Oh, like this. Or maybe. What? Oh. I'm so good.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Yay!
There we have it.
Oh. Don't forget, litter belongs in the bin, not on the street. I feel stupid now. There! Now there's no little cluttering up that amazing view. Wonderful, isn't it? Keeping a place tidy really brightens it up.
There's nothing like travel by rail to put a spring in your step. I couldn't agree more. And there's no better way to do it than on a train as fine as yours, Mr. Beluga. So you know my name, do you? But of course, this train and its owner have quite a reputation in London. I've seen your face in the papers more than a few times. Oh, is that so now? I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't say I know you as well as you seem to know me. The name is Herschel Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology by trade, but a train enthusiast on the side.
Oh my god, he has autism. Everything makes sense. The puzzles. Everything absolutely makes sense. The backstory. The huge top hats. Okay, I'll figure it out. I understand who Layton is now perfectly. Okay.
I've heard tales of this train's grandeur, so I decided it was time to experience it firsthand. Well, isn't that something? It certainly is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Layton, was it? Oh my, just look at how late it's gotten. I really have to run. Do enjoy your time aboard.
why don't we head back to the dining car now, Luke? I've worked up quite an appetite. Visit dining cart for a second time. Gosh, I'm about to just keel over from boredom. Sure, the job pays well, but it's slow, it's painful. No one's here. And let's go eat. Oh, welcome back, sirs. My deepest apologies for the long wait. Let me show you to your seats. Great! It's finally time to eat. My sentiments, exactly. Wow, look at all these choices. It's enough to make my head spin. Oh, look over there. There's some sort of commotion going on. You call this haute cuisine? It's so hard for me when there are French words in English. Like, how am I supposed to pronounce them? In French or like with the fake French English accent? It's I hate that. You call this haute cuisine? I call it slop. Ah, yes, this word that doesn't mean anything anymore. Are you telling me you serve this to your customers? I make a more right away, sir. Get that mess out of my sight this instant. But of course, I'm very sorry to have displeased you. And another thing. Look at this vase and that picture. Talk about tacky. Replace them immediately. But sir, that piece is a quantization work by the world-renowned. I don't care if the Queen of England patented it. Replace it and be quick about it. Also, about that. Properties. There is no Queen of England. That's actually a true thing. Queen of England has not been something in quite a while. And I'm not talking about the death of Queen Elizabeth II. I'm talking about the title of Queen of England. This meme is correct. Anyway, Megamind is a cool movie. Replace it and be quick. Of course, sir. I started making arrangements immediately. Isn't that the same man we saw earlier? I don't think I've ever seen anyone so bossy. And loud. That was, indeed, Mr. Beluga. It's a shame that picture wasn't to his taste. I think it's marvelous. Speaking of pictures, Luke, I have a most intriguing puzzle for you. Speaking of puzzles, here is a puzzle. The drawing below is made up of curved lines that intersect into great sections. if you want to color the entire canvas so that no section touches a section of the same color, plus the fewest number of colors you can use. You can use a color as many times as you like, as long as it doesn't touch a section with the same color. Yeah, and then you have the number. I don't know why you're not like pressing numbers, why they had to have like you draw numbers, because they did not really like my thing. Anyway, what do we have here? Here we have, let's say, circle. Actually, it's bad. 1, 2, no. 1. So hard to do. 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. This one touches both a 2 and a 1, so it has to be 3. Sure, I have it like that. This one is on diagonal of a 2, so might as well be a 2. This one can be a 1. This one touches a 3 and a 1, so it has to be a 2. This one touches a 1 and it should be a 3. This should be a 1. This should be a 2. This should be a 2. A 1. A 2. A 3. And a 1. So 3 colors are enough.
Just leave it to me.
Yay!
Piece of cake.
That's right. Oh, my reasoning was incorrect here, but you'll need 3 colors to fill the drawing. Most of the drawing can be done with 2 colors, but 1 pesky area on the bottom left requires the 3rd color to be complete. I guess I miscounted here, but that's fine. Expertly solved, Luke. After a puzzle like that, and a filling meal, I feel a rest is in order. Let's retire to our room. Hello there, sorry to interrupt your game, but there's something important you should know. As you progress through the story, some puzzles will disappear from the original location. These puzzles are then moved to Granny Riddleton's shack, where they can be solved at any time. Here's the first set of puzzles to be sent to the shack. If no puzzles appear on the next screen, it means there are no unsolved puzzles to send right now. Apparently I did miss something. The Professor and Luke decide to return to the room in Carriage 3. Let's jump by a room before going anywhere else. Okay. I'm just going to return to the room and save and probably stop there. No, what do we have here? My boy, my sweet little boy. We've got to do something right this instant. Search the entire train. Madam, please calm down so I can understand the situation. Oh, Inspector Chelney. I had no idea you were on board. Well, well, if it isn't Mr. Layton. What are the chances, eh? Well, enough small talk. I have other matters to attend to, namely, a missing child. It seems this woman's child has gone off somewhere. I don't suppose you've seen him around. No, I don't believe I've seen any young boys. My little boy has wandered off, and he hasn't returned yet. I'm simply at my wits' end worrying about him. Gentlemen, I demand that you drop whatever it is you're doing and help me find my boy. She's been going on like this from the moment I walked in. I understand your concern, madame. My assistant and I will be glad to aid you in your search. We'll have the best chance of recovering your son if we start searching immediately. Are you still there? If you have time... Are you still here? If you have time to stand around talking, hurry up and bring my boy back. It seems the only clues we have to go on are this shoe that the tyke... The tyke? Huh? That the tyke left behind and his name, Tom. I have to look up what that means. Chiefly British, a clumsy, churlish, or eccentric person. Or an inferior or mongrel dog. Just want to share this because this is actually relevant. Could be a small child, or it could be an inferior or Mongol dog. Interesting. I've tried to squeeze more details out of the woman, but it's useless. She just keeps demanding I search the place. Very little shoe. This is one of Tom's shoes. It's positively tiny, isn't it? Yes, I find it quite curious to myself, Luke. Very puzzling indeed. As if... Puzzle game? Interesting. Very interesting. I didn't think children with feet that size could even walk. Indeed. While riding the Molander Express, Babette's little boy, Tom, manages to disappear. If the shoe he left behind is any indication, Tom must be a very young child. Where could a child that small have wandered off to on his own? Yes. It was certainly a surprise to see you on board, Inspector. May I ask what brings you here? During the investigation, we stumbled upon the late doctor's diary. It pages details the doctor's final days, which led me to this train. Also, Layton is a friend of the doctor. When the doctor dies, should he not go to the funerals? Okay. But since that investigation is none of your business, that's all I can tell you, Mr. Layton. Besides, finding that lost child is my top priority right now. With only a shoe and a name to go on, though, it's going to be an uphill struggle to find him. Luke and I would be glad to offer our assistance in the matter. Oh, I'm sure you will. You would. I've heard about you, Layton. You've got quite a reputation for poking your nose into other people's businesses. If you want in on my case, why not show me your famous powers of deduction by solving this puzzle? The shoe shop thief. A woman in a shoe shop pays for a £30 pair of shoes with a £50 note. The salesman doesn't have enough change, so he goes to the next shop door to break the 50 note, returns to his shop and gives the woman her change. A while later, the shopkeeper from next door storms into the shoe shop. It turns out the note he gave her was a fake. The mortified shoe salesman gives the shopkeeper £50 from the till to apologize. Neither the customer nor the shoe she took are found. In total, how much did the shoe shop lose? Huh? So, in total, how much did the shoe shop lose? Well, the 50 that they had to give there, and if so, let's say that they started with 100. Once again, I'm a math student. I should be able to do basic arithmetic. So, first of all, he has £100. He should have gotten 30 out of this. Like, also it depends. Are we considering like the £30 from from those shoes to be among what he lost? Because then it would be 30 plus 50, which is 80 in total. That being said, I think that it's actually much less. Because that goes, this 50 goes up to 150. So at 150, minus 30 because he got that the 20 bill is real. Yeah, he only loses 30 out of this. Right? Huh? This is a game for kids. I should not be thinking too much about it. Because let's say that the bill was real. How much would he have gained from just buying it? Like, he got a 50 bill, he broke it down somewhere else, so he has a real 20 and a real 30. I know that you cannot have a 30 bill. You have a 20 and a 10, something like that. So he has 2 20s and 1 10. And then he has to give 50. So he gained 20 out of this. So yeah, it's just 30.
This should do the trick.
No!
Well, I suppose that
Think hard about the puzzle I'm
possibility
trying.
eliminated.
Try again. So it should be 80 then?
Consider this puzzle solved.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Ugh.
This one is quite formidable.
Just try again. Because he does have that 20. Okay. He has 100. He gets plus 50. Goes 150. Breaks the 50 into 20, 20, 10. Gives 20 back, is at 130. Then gives the 50 back, is at 80. So it's he lost 20, not 30. Okay. Should have done that.
Consider this puzzle solved. Well, I suppose you can't win them all.
I'm missing something about the logic here. You start at 100 in total. It goes up to 150 when she gives the fake bill. But he doesn't know yet. He gives her back 20, is down to 130. Then has to pay back 50, goes down to 80. Unless you're also counting the 30 that he should have had. In which case, he lost 50 overall. I guess that's the correct answer.
And now to test my theory. Ha! Wonderful.
I guess I'm just stupid. Oh no. I am struggling in a game rated E for everyone. I'm struggling in a Peggy 7 game. Oh, shame. Well done. The shoes the customer made of cost 30, and the change the salesman gave her cost him another 20, bringing the total losses to 50. The salesman received 50 from the real money in exchange for the fake note from the shopkeeper next door, and then gave her 50 back when she discovered the note was fake. These two last transactions cancelled each other out. Okay. It seems your fame isn't entirely undeserved. Wait, that wasn't the voice that I was supposed to give him. It seems your fame isn't entirely undeserved. Nevertheless, this is my case, so I'll be searching for Tom alone. Conduct your own search if you like, but don't get your hopes up. Well, certainly not like this. Actually, I do know where the dog is. But maybe I do want to go back to... No, that's not where we used to be. Oh, no, it was Layton's room. Yeah. Well, with this very bad puzzling that I did, I think it's time to... Oh, Layton's journal. Let me just read this. The view from the observation deck of the Molanter Express is simply breathtaking. The natural beauty that can be seen here is something one rarely encounters living in the heart of London. When I'm gazing out over the land, time simply seems to slow to a halt. Still, I mustn't allow myself to sit idly much longer. It's time to return to our investigation of the Elysian Box. While walking through the train, Luke and I encountered a lady by the name of Babette. This woman, large in both stature and character... Wow! Fat shaming! In 2007, when it originally came out, but 2009, oh, come on, was in a dreadful panic over her lost boy, Tom. It seems the child got away from her while she was distracted, leaving only a single tiny shoe behind. Where could the child that small have wandered off to? But anyway, I'm going to save here, and this has been very fun. It is though past midnight. It is past my scheduled stop of stream anyway, and I'm actually pretty hungry, so I'm going to make myself some food and finish. Well, I mean, continue this next Tuesday. So, let me just move here. So I'm going to look for someone to rate. I cannot see anyone that I follow. So, maybe not rate tonight. But it was fun. A lot of tangents about weird stuff with localization of games in particular. But it was fun. So I will try next time to have the American version of the game and see a bit of the differences, have some comparison. Yeah? Okay. Well, I hope that everyone has a wonderful time, whether it be morning, noon, afternoon, evening, or night. And I hope to see everyone the next stream. Okay. Bye.